What's up, Rituals? What up, Day? Got a new phone. Very cool, very cool. What, I assume you got an iPhone. Oh, it's trivia. You have to be on the old edition of the game. There's a 2K25 on next gen. There's a 2K25 on old gen or current gen. Now, I actually got the S25 Ultra. Was watching a bunch of videos, and they almost all said this one was better than the 16 Pro Max, so I went with it. Fair enough. What's up, Herrera? Finally found the answer on ship. Fair enough, brother. Fair enough. Not much. Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. For any of you guys that are working, do you guys all have Friday off? Gotcha. Yeah, I haven't done any of the 2K TV answers for a while. I usually do them, but I kind of gave up on them this year. I'll start them back up next year. You play? No, bro. I haven't really played games at all. I've only played games probably one time in the last month and a half, 2 months, and I was playing a game called Peak. What's up, Ryan? How you doing, brother? This one next gen? Unfortunately, no. For some reason, they keep putting trivia on the old edition of the game. They should just get back to one edition of the game. I hate they keep doing two. 5-star D. What up, Moose? Have you been? How you been? I used to watch you back in 23. I had found out I had colon cancer. Well, dude, first off, I'm really glad that you found it, I assume, early on and beat it. That's awesome. That's really great to hear. It's good to hear from you. And yeah, man, we're still running it, dude. But I'm really glad. I assume if you found it early that you beat it. That's awesome. That's really, really awesome, man. I'm glad you were able to overcome that. That's such a cancer is horrible. That we got a lot of cancer in our lives ourselves. So I I feel you, man. But that's awesome that you got through it. Like, I know what you're talking about, Herrera. That's crazy, though. That's crazy. 2K23, so that'd have been 2 games ago. Ain't been on YouTube chat in a while. How you doing, Ryan? I hope you're doing well, brother. I remember you back in the day as well. Oh, Ryan, I watch so much UFC, it's disgusting. I haven't missed an event in probably 2 years. Ritual, so you never... I played a little bit more of it. I have not got all the way through it. I need to finish it because the game is fantastic. I'm very close to getting through it, though. I did beat the Paintress, so I'm a little past that. That's where I look up. Yeah, I Google myself as well. We winning again? I hope so. We're on a 5-day win streak. How do you find trivia on Next? Next Gen does not have it, unfortunately. I haven't missed a UFC card in 4 years. Fair enough. So what do you think about the pound-for-pound changes? Now, yes, that's correct, Rituals. What's up, 803? How you doing, buddy? What's up, King? But yeah, Ryan, what do you think? I was talking a bunch of... I got to get on my Mia streak. There you go. Big Topuria fan, man. Fair enough. My favorite fighter is Charles Oliveira, so it was sad to see. But I figured it was either going to be a Charles Oliveira submission or an early TKO by Topuria. Charles has a really weak chin. I do not think Topuria should be #1 pound-for-pound fighter. I think there's a couple of reasons. I'm going to go on a UFC tangent for everyone in here. I'm just letting you know. So I apologize ahead of time if you don't know anything about UFC. Don't get me wrong. I think Topuria is an incredible fighter, and he's doing incredible things. I don't like the fact that he literally did one belt defense in his division. Then he bumped up, and he fought arguably probably the weakest chin and the higher up people in that division. And now he's all of a sudden the #1 pound-for-pound fighter as Islam has completely cleared out his division. And Islam's division is way harder than what Topuria's was. Way harder. I mean, on top of that, he beat a Volk. Volk is close to the end of his career. He beat Max. Max is a pretty big win in my opinion. I'll give him that. Oliveira, again, getting closer to the end of his career. But like he didn't fight any of the young guys, man. I would love to see him fight Diego Lopez in his division. I would love to see him fight Diego Lopez. I'd love to see him fight Gene Silva. You know, there's 2 guys. He only did 1 defense in his weight class, and now bumping up to this weight class. I'm going to be honest. I think Armin beats Topuria. I think Patty the Batty beats him. I'd even say Poirier probably could beat him. I know he's not going to fight him, but I think Poirier could probably beat him too. I don't know if Gaethje could. Gaethje might be able to because Gaethje can't take hits, but I think out of everybody in that division, Charles Oliveira was probably the easiest option Topuria had. Because, like I said, out of all those guys, Oliveira has historically been known for a weak chin. And he leaves himself open, which is literally what Topuria is good at. I think Patty destroys him. I think Armin destroys him. I'm curious to see what they do. The UFC is not in a good... They don't like Armin right now because people are saying that Armin did not make weight is why he didn't fight Islam Makhachev and almost screwed that card up. So I don't know if Armin's going to get the next title shot or not, or if they're going to do like a Gaethje versus Patty, and whoever wins that moves on. I watch a lot of UFC. Only thing about Topuria, he killed 3 legends. But like I said, they're all at the end of their career. Let me see some prime level fighters. You know, they're all at the end of their career. I agree. KO of the year. Is it the KO of the year? It probably is one of the best knockouts. But like I said, I really don't think Oliveira was a good representation of that division.
I honestly think I think Arman beats him, Paddy beats him, possibly Poirier, but Poirier's done after this last fight. I don't think Topuria is going to survive in that division. I really don't. Ritual's a big 49 months. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you. Now the real question is, KO of the year is definitely rough. Oh, that wheelhouse kick was disgusting. That wheelhouse kick was... I forgot about that. That was disgusting. I tell you, so you watched this card. I've been loving Joshua Van, and man, was that fight incredible. That was the fight of the year. Joshua Van versus Brandon Royval. That was the fight of the year, and that was an incredible fight. And I have watched every single one of Joshua Van's fights. Just to think that he fought 3 weeks ago, and then he was unranked, fought the number 11 3 weeks ago. Then he fought again 3 weeks later to beat the number 1 contender. I mean, come on. I'm going to be honest, he is not getting through Pantoja. I love Joshua Van, but he is not beating Pantoja. Pantoja is a complete fighter. Pantoja is not going to... He's not going to keep it on the feet. I'll put money on that Joshua Van gets submitted by Pantoja. But I love me some Joshua Van, man. That was one of the most incredible fights I've ever seen. Which of these is not? Down, touchdown. Down, 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 touchdown. To be completely honest, that entire card was, like, incredible. By the way, if you guys haven't already, hit the like button. I mean, I think there might have been 2 or 3 decisions of the entire card. That whole card was incredible. Even the prelims, they had to keep dragging out the time in between fights because they were getting done so quickly. I mean, there were, like, in the prelims, I think there was 4 first round, like, knockouts or submissions. I mean, it was crazy. Hey, what's up, Zion? I got Andrew Wiggins going up. Up, 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 up. What's up, Jay? What's up, Sprout? What's up, Happy? How you guys doing? But yeah, I would say my top 3 favorite fighters are current fighters, is Charles Oliveira, probably Chimaev. I just wish he was more active. And I love me some Joshua Van. I really do, but I don't think I'd put him in my favorite fighter. Who would be my favorite? My third favorite fighter? I do love watching Makhachev. I don't know. I don't know. There's a lot of good UFC fighters, man. Freddie Mercury left. I don't know. Charles Oliveira, Chimaev. I'm trying not to pick like a champion because, like, I love Islam. I love Pantoja. I really like Aspinall. I might have said Aspinall before I just said no champion. I love how humble he is. And if you've ever listened to Tom Aspinall talk about fighting, he's very intelligent, and it's great to listen to. Like, if you just listen to him talk about fighters, you learn a lot. It's really incredible what sort of angle he can talk about. It's really incredible. I got Spain. I'm gonna go down here with Spain. Down, Spain. Who would be my third favorite fighter? I tell you, he's not a super incredible fighter. He's like a mid-range fighter, and he's always entertaining. I love me some Dan Hooker. That fight between Dan Hooker and Dustin Poirier during COVID, that was like a war. Dan Hooker, he's a good fighter. He's not a top guy, but man, he's an entertaining fighter. Speak now. Down. Low-key killing it right now, boys. Low-key killing it. I do love me some Diego Lopez as well, actually. I was really sad to see Diego Lopez lose the Volk. I think he played too passive. I think if he was more aggressive, he would have knocked out Volk. I think Volk has lost his chin. After he got knocked out by Islam and Temporia, I think his chin's weak. I think if Diego Lopez was more aggressive, I think he dropped him. He just played really passive, and I didn't understand the game plan. He got more aggressive toward the end of the 5th round, but it was too late at that point. Anyone got anything here? We're going down. We're going down. I definitely was slower on that one. I didn't figure it was Cole Anthony or Marcus Smart. I was between LaMelo and James. I didn't know who it was. I figured it was one of those two. Who was number 1? Was it Chris Paul? Or is this too late for Chris Paul? Most protein. Oh, now this is dumb. I'm gonna be honest. I'm going peanut butter. Peanut butter. That's where I'm going. Peanut butter's made out of nuts. Cup of peas? What? There's protein in peas? Are we sure about that? There's not protein in peas. Is there protein in peas, or am I just dumb? I think it's down. I think it's down. Down. Somebody Google it for me. Is there protein in peas? I gotta know how much protein is in peas, because I didn't think peas had protein. I'm gonna be honest. A cup of peas has 7.9 grams of protein. 2 tablespoons of peanut butter contains 7 to 8 grams. Oh my god. You're telling me peas have protein in them? I had no idea. So realistically, it was probably 2 tablespoons of peanut butter, and the peas were probably like the exact same. Stupid question, man. Such a dumb question. Charles Barkley left. And that just killed our 5-day win streak, too. What a stupid question. Ain't no way the game said peas. I didn't even know peas had protein in them. I can't believe that. Now hold up. I know I just found Charles Barkley. Am I getting sold, or what's going on right now? I know I just got Charles Barkley. Jennifer. So it'd be right. Right. Jenner. Oh, man, I said Jennifer. Oops. It's right, but I definitely said Jennifer. I thought it said Jennifer. It says Jenner. It's going to be a big prize pool. Woo! If you did win, you got 300,500. Jesus. Now that is what we call a bag. Holy cow. This is my 17-day win streak. There you go, brother. There you go. GG's, boys. I have a feeling you didn't win 2 times, fam. I think you're capping. I'm going to be honest. I think you're capping. I feel like you're capping, brother. All right, boys. Like I said, I should be here the rest of the week. I'm not doing anything for 4th of July because we got Henry neutered. So we're kind of just chilling out, laying low at the house. But that being said, I'll be back same time, same place tomorrow. Everyone enjoy the rest of your Wednesday. Enjoy your Thursday. And that being said, boys, I will see you guys tomorrow. Everyone have a wonderful rest of your night. Peace out, guys. Appreciate y'all.